African American. Sadly, government policymakers and media outlets do not want to acknowledge that Black on Asian violence is a problem, and racial resentment is at the root of the problem. This resentment is well explained by the middleman minority concept. Immigrants who occupy a low barrier niche in the economy like retail, and via punishing work schedules and self-sacrifice, ascend from poverty to prosperity, often within one generation. Middleman minorities have faced violence throughout history because native populations of lower status feel entitled to the same outcomes. Today's expectation of equal outcome can be summarized by one word: equity. The repetition of this term in policy discussions implies that all outcomes should be doled out proportionately amongst different racial groups, regardless of relevant factors such as behavior.
Peace, family. So the video clips that we just watched was from a hearing that took place on March 23rd, 2023 at the Division of Civil Rights, and it was an anti-Asian hate crime hearing. Now, it was a couple of things that we wanted to review on this and something that I thought that y'all should take notice of. One is that the speaker falsely characterizes conflicts between Blacks and Asians as hate crimes. The truth is that this mischaracterization is a blatant attempt to divert public sympathy and resources away from the civil and human rights campaigns of Black people in the United States by using the same false narratives and negative stereotypes employed by white supremacists in their efforts, which are the alleged hyper-violent and criminalized Black person. It is universally known that the fraudulent myth perpetually fuels hostility and violence against Black men, women, and children at the hands of Asians, Hispanics, whites, and tragically even other Black people who have internalized the views of the dominant society in regards to themselves and their own kind. The speaker also falsely characterizes conflicts between Blacks and Asians, or falsely attributes. The speaker falsely attributes conflicts between Blacks and Asians to racial resentment caused by the assumption that Black people feel entitled to the economic success that Asians have achieved because of their allegedly superior work ethic. This position is problematic because it too is founded on a false narrative and stereotypes propagated by white supremacists. In this scenario, it is the Black people are lazy and entitled myth. This attitude implies that Black people are not willing to work hard. This narrative is also discounts the blatant and intentional systemic deprivation of resources and opportunities that has been inflicted on Black Americans exclusively for several generations. Note that the speaker's Note the speaker's emphatic attack on calls for equity. Equity is defined as being fair and impartial. This speaker asserts that calls for equity imply that all outcomes should be doled out proportionately, irregardless of behavior. This position demonstrates the attitude that Black Americans selfishly require life outcomes that we are not qualified or willing to work towards. So we see what's going on here in the Asian community, or the front that the Asian community is presenting to the United States government is that they are suffering unjust violence at the hands of Black people in the United States, and that we are the biggest perpetrators of violence against them. Note that several Asian businesses are in any predominantly Black community in the United States. You're going to have Chinese restaurants, you're going to have your hair stores, you're going to have your nail shops, and all the other myriad of businesses that make Asian people in the United States flourish. It's not some tireless work ethic or punishing work schedules that promotes y'all success. It's the fact that Black people have embraced your presence in their community and have actually invested or spent their hard-earned money consuming your goods and services when there's been no return on any such investment into the Black community on behalf of Asian businesses and individuals. I think that right now this problem fits into the context of what's going on globally with this Asian fight for global supremacy. There's an Asian fight for global supremacy right now on a macrocosm, on a larger scale, and on a smaller scale that's taking place right here in the black communities within the United States of America, where Asians have become the dominant economic factor in the community as far as taking money from the community, not putting anything into the community, but now they're seeking to gain political power as well by utilizing civil rights laws that black people actually fought for and had established in this country based on our struggle. Stay on point, family. Peace.